Hey guys, this is Tolhi and welcome to Let's Play Oblivion Part 65. So this is actually take two. I had already done this entire next quest, but messed up something with the recording. Anyways, the point is I gotta do it over, but I already know exactly what to do, so this should be quick.
Experienced both shades of madness. Wonderful. You seem fulfilled. Full of fill. Bursting at the seams. Seamless. Now, to the meat of your endeavor, the crux of the situation, the reason for your being here, and the likely cause of your death.
What do you mean?
You'll be stopping the Grey March, altering the course of events, breaking the cycle. A fly in the ointment, a new cause for a different effect. We're going to change things. No, things will be different this time around. You'll be my champion. You'll grow powerful. You'll grow to be me. Prince of Madness, a new Sheogorath. Or you'll die trying. I love that about you.
How can I be a Daedric prince?
A fair question. You won't really. At least I don't think so. But you'll have power. My power. Try not to lose it. It's a pain to replace. But for all intents and purposes, you'll be me. A me to fight the him, since I won't be around. It's simple, really, if you don't think about it.
Why me?
Because you seem a nice enough sort, and you've made it this far. And if you don't, I'll swallow your soul and vomit it into the ever-filling chamber pot of the ageless. But mostly because I asked nicely.
Where will you be?
Well, not here. Didn't I say that? I'm never here when Jiggalag walks. It's one of the rules. I've told you too much for now. Listen to me. Prattle on. I can see your mortal brain straining. We'll talk more later.
Okay, what next?
Now, you've seen the great torch that burns brightly over New Sheoth. No, because it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. You'll fix that. You'll go to Sylarn and bring back the Flame of Agnon to relight the torch. Oh, and take care with my minions at Sylarn. In their eternal quest to please me, they're constantly fighting over Sylarn. It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome. Well, that's your problem now. Off with you. I don't want to see you again until the great torch is lit. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you much. Oh, don't forget to make use of dear Haskell. Between you and me, if he's not summoned 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think he feels appreciated.
Okay.
Come visit again.
Right, so moving forward, we have to get the flame and light the torch. So like I was saying, I've already gotten sort of, I went and did this entire quest and then I have to redo it because of some problems with the recording. So I already know, I got to the point where I had lit the flame, but that's as far as I had gotten. Okay, so I'm gonna run through the wild and get to the next location. Okay, and we're pretty much here. Just gonna, oh, can't wait while there's enemies nearby. So I've made it to the ruins. I need to speak to the commanders and find out how to light the flame. So what I did last time was I went and talked to these guys and I ended up basically destroying these people in order to light the flame. But something he said this time makes me think maybe that's not the way that should be done. Can I use Haskell to do this a different way, I wonder?
I wondered how long it would take before you needed my help. And here I am, at your service.
Let's see, the flame.
The flame of Agnon can only be lit by the immortal servants of Sheogorath, the golden saints and dark seducers of his creation. In normal times, Sheogorath would simply command it, and his servants would leap to sacrifice themselves upon the altars of rapture and despair. But alas, the times are not normal, and Sheogorath has given you this task without the authority to command it. I'm afraid you may have to be a little bit clever.
Okay.
Cylon was once the capital of the Shivering Isles, perhaps the first capital. In any case, the flame of Agnon here is always used to light the great torch of New Sheoth. It has always been so, and presumably always will be so.
Okay. Not much help yet. I'm here on business.
Then you are free to enter the shrine of the...
Okay, I need to light the flame.
The flame is lit from the shrine's 2 altars. Once the Orioles are driven out of Sylarn, it will be... The Grukedric Ulfri will explain everything. You should speak to her at once.
Okay, so the gist of this is we gotta drive these guys out in order to light both. Stand aside. Sure, Gorath sent me.
My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon.
I need to light the flame.
Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazel Kana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
Okay, see, is there a way to solve this without combat, I wonder? Okay, well, I'm gonna try this side, because last time I did this, like in the last recording session that failed, I did that one.
It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armaz, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
Okay, I've overheard them arguing about the best way to attack. The lieutenant mentioned something about the Underdeep, a secret side passage leading to the Dark Seducer's altar. I should find out more about this passage. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see how we can pull this off.
Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive?
The flame.
The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure that Armazel Kana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the altar of despair.
Okay, the Underdeep?
My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the altar of despair. The Armazel Kana wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Maskin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kana would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat.
Why won't she listen?
She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Maskin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Maskin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kana see that.
Okay, let me try.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside.
Shir Gorath sent me, I need your help.
My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Sylarn. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us.
No. The
Only
flame.
the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Maskin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the Altar of Despair from the Mazkin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnan for my lord Sheogorath.
Okay. What's the battle plan?
The only way to assault the Altar of Despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the Altar of Despair and drive the Mazkin out of Sylarn once and for all?
No. What about the Underdeep?
Ah, Miral's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin had prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play.
Battle plan?
Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take
I'll scout.
That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference.
Okay, well, I'm kind of glad that the recording messed up the first time, because the first time I did this, I just went over here and I took those guys out, and it wasn't that strategic, and it was, not that it was that hard, but it was just like, it wasn't that interesting, whereas this is kind of interesting. I can play off both sides, and find out what they're thinking. Metal door.
A mortal.
I'm here to speak to. Yes, you're gonna not talk anymore.
Walk
Okay,
with
cool.
our Lord.
Now where is their leader? Somewhere in here, if I remember correctly. Green arrow is pointing me in the general direction anyways. The main passage leading to the Altar of Despair is strongly defended by the Dark Seducers. I should scout the Underdeep to see if it might provide an easier attack route. Or could switch sides.
Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be.
I need to light the flame.
Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Oriels is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my lord Sheogorath commands.
Flame?
The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnan above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my lord's command, but I only hold Despair for the moment. The Oriels hold Rapture and are massing to attack us, but never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take Rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you.
What is your battle plans?
We are expecting the Oriels to attack any moment. They'll come down the main passage from the Altar of Rapture. They always do. They are overconfident as usual. We have prepared many traps and ambushes. It will be a glorious slaughter. Once the Oriels are destroyed, I will light the flame of
I'll lead the Saints in an ambush.
I never suspected that Kana had the audacity to try such a risky assault. But we'll teach her to try to take the Mazkin by surprise. We'll cut them to pieces in those corridors. I'll redeploy my forces at once. You return to Kana and lead her into the trap. Once they're destroyed, I will kindle the altars. Good hunting, friend.
Okay, so I told them I'll lead them into an ambush. They've she's redeployed her troops to the Underdeep. She has agreed to my plan. Now I must return and decide who I want to betray. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it sound like basically the way I did this before was I just came to one commander and fought the Golden Saints, and mostly I did all the work. But this sounds like this might be easier. I'm kind of not happy though in some ways, because this entire recording has really become about the fact that I messed up the recording the first time I tried this. But whatever. So, who to betray?
Greetings, emissary. We
Battle plans.
are you ready to help?
Who do I want to help or not help?